Hello, glasses boy.
We're both getting stuffed in lockers tonight, Ian. Yeah, you got 8 eyes coming at you tonight, folks. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Apex Adjacent. We're a car show. We do other stuff. I didn't tell you that I traveled recently.
Oh, really?
Yeah, with the whole family. And you know, when we travel, when you go places with kids as sort of shy and non-outgoing as mine, you really fly under the radar. And this was just one such trip. We actually went to the Middle East. We went to a museum, and it was the typical flying under the radar that we normally do as a family. Where we got in and got out and nobody even noticed. And it was so remarkable, in fact, that the New York Times wrote it up. And I've got an opener or a link up here for you.
Really? In the talk
yeah.
that I promised not to open before starting the show? You went to the Middle East. You and your family went to the Middle East. Yeah,
just a quick trip to go to a museum. We heard about this cool museum. And, you got to get some history. You want to get some history.
I love it when you start with a bit and you just flood the zone so I can't question anything. You're just like, I'm going to stay the course and keep delivering this until the payoff. Yes. Okay, go
Correct.
on.
That's exactly what's happening. And yeah, like I said, so we got in and got out and just nobody noticed. And it was so, we were so locked in as parents that it made international news.
Okay, I'm going to open this link. None of this is true. Oh, two-hand drinking your soda. Okay.
This is the Pacifico, sir.
Okay. Yeah.
Beer.
It's a beer. Okay. All right. I'm pasting the tiny URL. I like that you use technology to obfuscate it because I did very briefly see a full New York Times article link show up in the Talkabouts document. Here we go. A 4-year-old boy breaks a 3,500-year-old jar in an Israeli museum. Okay.
You know that feeling that you get when you see someone on the side of the road. You're not in a position to help them, but you would once have that simultaneous feeling of, oh man, I feel your pain because I have been there. But also, oh my God, I'm so happy it wasn't me this time.
Mixed with a sprinkling of I can't even.
Yeah. Okay. As a parent, that I am feeling all of those when I saw this. Just
right.
Like, oh my God, I feel like I dodged a bullet.
Right. Yeah. The parental empathy. Right. Like, because you don't just have empathy for the situation, you have empathy for the parents, for everything, like this whole scope, right? This whole tapestry, right?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel bad for the 4-year-old because the 4-year-old doing what a 4-year-old does.
Exactly.
I feel very bad for the parents. I feel bad for the, museum worker who was like, happened upon the scene.
Oof. Okay. Yeah.
I mean, but also happy that number came up for somebody else and not me.
Right. There was a relief in knowing that, because this jar was going to get broken, right?
Yeah.
Right. That was we feel that's inevitable, right? Like, whose hand pushed it?
Right.
Could have, that's the thing that is in question here, right? That's where the likelihood of it being someone you spawned. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
But this is basically what I feel happens every time I take my children anywhere.
Okay.
This level of destruction is what I see happening when they're just throwing food at the table or whatever, wherever we are.
Right.
This is how I see what they've done.
I should
it's
call out.
Always so much worse for the parent. you know.
I should call out that you don't have feral children that just
Do I not? Do I not?
That just wander around like the miracle, like Helen Keller in The Miracle Worker. Water, Nico. It's water.
It feels like I do sometimes. Feels like I do.
Over this.
That's really funny.
But I understand because you always feel like there are eyes upon you, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Because of the presence of children, right? Mm-hmm. This is something I don't understand, but I can get it. I can empathize with that, right? Because I'm always upset and looking at the people with children. I'm on the other end of it.
Right. Well, and imagine, you know, that your car was sentient and going in traffic and doing other things, but everybody, when they saw it, knew that you were responsible for it.
You know, honestly, I think that that's a good point, because when I see your R32 on the back of a tow truck, I don't think, oh, it's unfortunate that Volkswagen broke down. I just look at you and I'm like, you did
What
this.
did you do? Right. Yeah.
You made this happen.
Yeah. And now imagine that car has hands that can reach a 3,500-year-old.
You know who I feel really bad for is the spirits that have to haunt the child for the rest of the child's days. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's just my spirit, Bert. You know, he's been following me around since I was a toddler.
Yeah, he's from Mesopotamia. Don't worry about it.
It's cool, guys. It's cool. Also, totally aced history this quarter. Uh-huh. Yeah.
Oh my God.
I get it. I get it. And I do think that as car enthusiasts, if you are at all sensitive, like we kind of talked about this during like the Pops and Burbles conversation, right? That like you're aware of the eyes that you kind of like attract, right? And like you want the right kind of people. Like it's like that old Dave Attell bit about like, you know, when someone sees your genitals, you don't want them to be like, oh, you know,
right.
Right. When someone sees your car, you don't want them to be upset by it, right? You want them to like think it's cool, you know, like you have this kind of thing built, like the whole reason that you're like doing this, right?
Yeah. Well, I think that's also why car enthusiasts are, that we don't like the burble tunes. Like most car enthusiasts don't like the burble tunes,
right?
Because it's like when your own child misbehaves, it's someone on your team misbehaving.
Yes.
Is way worse because you expect people not on your team to misbehave.
Right.
That's their whole thing. That's why you're not on their team. But
good point.
Right. But when someone on your team does it, you're like, hey, motherfucker, like straighten up. Yeah.
Get your shit in line, buddy.
Right.
Yeah. You're
giving me a bad
all
name.
of us look bad. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Yes. Yes. I will say the burble tune thing is very much on my mind because I was sitting at a stoplight just a few hours ago on my way to Costco because that's where I buy all my clothes. Yeah.
You had to take some jeans, some pants back to say like, can I get more pleats, please?
I did. And I did buy a comfortable flannel shirt for this winter, Ian.
Oh, I like it.
But I'm sitting at a stoplight on my way to Costco and all of a sudden I hear a noise and I think that my engine has just grenaded. Like, I don't know. Like it was just this horrific metallic, like sound. And I was like my first thing I did was I looked at my tach to see if it was still at idle. And then a BMW M2 appeared out of nowhere, like in the lane right next to me. And like it had pulled up, and when it came to a stop, it let out this insane freaking burble tune pop cacophony that like I seriously thought like my little Fiat was exploding. So
again, the parenting analogies are great because when you're at the playground and you hear some child hitting another child, you immediately go straight to, is that my kid on either end of that?
Right.
And when it's not, oh man, the relief that you feel is, it's indescribable how good it feels.
Yeah. No,
I don't have to care about this.
People talk a lot about like the emotions associated with parenting. I don't think they really lean into the like, oh, thank God it's not my fucking kid. No.
Oh, yeah. I think that all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Which
like that.
It's probably not a healthy thing for me to do. But it's when you don't have to deal with something. Oh my God. It's like canceling plans. It's the same feeling, right?
Right. There's a freedom in it, right?
For sure.
Yeah. It's just the day's a touch brighter.
Yeah. Exactly.
But also you do understand that it has never been your kid.
Right. Well, that's why my first thought is.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yes. We are pattern recognition machines at the core.
Yep.
Well, yeah. I'm glad this wasn't your children, Ian.
Oh my God, me too.
Hey, yeah, and it's one thing when like it's an accident like this versus like something where like those dicks a little while ago that cut down that like super old tree in the UK.
Yeah.
Right? Like it's there's definitely a different air to it where like that like grief by proximity or like I don't know, like that you're feeling for the parents of this kid and for the kid and stuff like that, like that. Or, like that stuff versus like an overt action, right? Like,
right.
Yeah.
And did you read the article? He was just trying to look inside of it, and it's a museum where you're supposed to get up close to the stuff and touch things, and so like they kind of know that it's a danger, but still,
right. It is a 3,500-year-old jar. Yeah.
Oops.
I don't know. When was the last time you broke down in traffic? When have you become a problem in traffic?
Been a while. It has been a while.
Yeah. Knock on wood. Jesus. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't have any wood. Oh, here we go. It's been a while. The most dramatic one over the last decade was when it was Nico's, or now 10-year-old, his first camping trip. So it was 8 years ago because he was 2.
Okay.
And that was the alternator workshop one where I broke down in Vail.
Yes.
In traffic in Vail.
Right.
In front of like a $30 million home. That was fantastic.
Because of a bad ground connection on your alternator.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah.
Car full of camping supplies.
Yeah. Right. That you had Tetrised into there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And a sleeping 2-year-old in the back. Yeah. That was that was just great.
Your fuel pump never goes when the tank's empty, Ian.
No. That's
right.
Yeah.
If it's going to happen.
Full of fuel.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, and don't worry. It was 10 degrees outside. So
yes.
That was also helpful.
Yes. Yeah. So you get hypothermia as well. But yeah, I think the last time I was an issue was when the clutch cable on Dusty Rusty snapped like one of the 70 times it snapped. But the very first time it snapped, it was a memorable experience because I had a friend visiting from out of town. We were driving around and we were down at like Santa Fe and I don't know, like Santa Fe and Dartmouth, something like super trafficked, like a lot of thoroughfare, high speed limit on the road, and like a stranger got out and pushed the car with me, that whole kind of thing. Right. Yeah. As automotive enthusiasts, like it's tough because I know that I caused that because I put a clutch in it that was way too heavy for the freaking cable. And so there you go. But nobody else knew it. They just were interrupted on their way to work.
Yeah. Yeah. No, thankfully, all of my more recent calamities have been slow moving enough to get to safety. So
yes,
that's good.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah. Yeah, I did also today. I did bottom out the Fiat unexpectedly in a parking lot. And all I thought about was you just destroying oil pans in your R32. And maniacally look at my rear view mirror for a trail of oil.
Mm-hmm.
And then absolutely check for oil underneath my car after I was leaving Costco. So,
yep.
Yeah.
Well, at least with my car, I've had some big clangs and stuff that, bottoming out and everything. But the oil hitting the oil pan feels different. There is a different just feel through my butt.
Yeah.
And I know it when it happens.
Yeah. Yeah. Like a distinct sense memory is triggered.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. It's right in the wallet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I get phantom wallet pain every time. Yeah.
Oh, Ian. Well, I'm glad it wasn't your children.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
What else we got, Dave?
Well, I do want to take a moment to mention that this is our first show of our 9th year of doing this show.
Oh, you're right.
This show is going up on September 6th. Yeah, which marks 9 years of you and I doing this show way back in 2015. Us two idiots sat underneath a freaking table.
Crazy.
Shouted into a shotgun mic.
Look at us now.
Exactly. Yeah. So happy 9th anniversary. And I don't know what the gift is other than, maybe a new oil pan. Yeah. Is it incredibly soft aluminum?
9th anniversary gift.
Is it an undo button for your ridiculously low coil springs?
Let's see. Anniversary gifts by year. Okay. Your 9th anniversary. Traditional is pottery. Hey,
pottery.
Hey,
about your gift.
Damn it! I wish we had figured that out before. That would have been a better bit. But yeah, sub-assembly required. Your anniversary. That's amazing.
Thank you.
Oh my God. Well, okay. Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary, buddy. Pottery.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. So yeah. So what else we got? Yeah. What's on the talk of boots besides obfuscated links that I couldn't access?
Okay. I want to just right off the top do a quick update on Formula Effington 1.
Yeah, I hear that's still going on.
It is. They're still doing it. But I just it is no longer super predictable.
Oh.
There have been multiple different race winners over the last few races. Red Bull is not at the front of the field anymore. Okay. They're maybe the third, at some tracks, the fourth slowest car, or fourth fastest car.
Okay.
And it's there's a knife fight for the championship in both the constructors and the drivers championship this year.
Oh, really?
It can go multiple directions. Yeah. Max wasn't even on the podium this weekend.
Really?
Yeah. It's all happening.
Yeah.
No one team is super dominant.
Okay.
No one driver is super dominant. So it's what do you call it? Good racing now, which is nice.
Well, what do you think? What do you think was the impetus to these changes, Ian?
I think a couple of things. I think people have caught up to Red Bull, and Red Bull their upgrades have not been super successful. That's the main thing.
So other teams like advancing tech.
Yes, McLaren has the fastest car right now. They have brought crazy upgrades. They also have probably the best driver lineup of any the driver pairing. They're both very young and very fast.
Okay.
Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri. And then and Ferrari has kind of got their shit together. Ferrari won on strategy this last weekend.
No.
Which is right. I think maybe a little bit it was still them tripping over their own dicks, but
right.
They tripped over their own dick onto the podium. this time.
I was gonna say, right? Like they finally got both hands and a flashlight and could find the way out of a paper bag.
Yeah. They did they did the thing. They made the right call, and even the drivers were like, "Are you sure about this?" And they were like, "Yes."
This does not sound like the Ferrari we're familiar with. Do you think they're like really getting their shit in order before Hamilton is there?
I mean, I hope so. But also, I think we're also just living in a bit of a topsy-turvy world, because now both Ferrari and the Democrats are good at strategy now, and I'm not sure how that doesn't seem right.
Okay. Because, I mean, we are used to everything just getting dumber, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this feels a little bit...
I'm suspicious of it.
Yeah. Eyes narrowed.
Yeah. It's good news. I'm skeptical.
And why don't we have any joy in our lives, Ian?
Yeah. Right. Because it's been beaten out of us. Yes.
Okay. So, yeah, what other contributing factors do you think have kind of like caused the field to be diced up?
Well, and I think the thing with Red Bull is interesting because their main designer is leaving. And so I'm guessing he's probably not putting in extra hours at the office these days.
He's on short timers.
Yeah. Adrian Newey is leaving Red Bull, which is a big deal.
Is he just like doing sketches on like napkins and like, here's your new front wing?
Yeah, he's just like turning in Hot Wheels cars. Yeah, I'm not sure what's happening over there, but yeah, it's that's the main thing, and it just everybody else is caught up.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's going to be an interesting last half of the season.
So how like are things? And I apologize because I don't know this, and I can't believe that I'm even thinking about this. Like when it comes to like engine changes, like aerodynamics changes, like all of these things, like can they happen incrementally across the season as long as they still fit within like the opening season's guidelines? Exactly
right. Yes. So they iterate all the time, and there's like budget caps and stuff like that they have to stay within. So they kind of like schedule out these upgrades that they bring out throughout the year. And sometimes they bring a big upgrade package and it makes the car worse. Harder to drive or just slower or whatever, less grip, whatever it is. Their calculations aren't right. And in the real world, it doesn't work. And other times they make big leaps and bounds over the course of the year. I mean, Mercedes at the beginning of the year was like fucking nowhere.
Yeah, they were awful.
Yeah. And now Lewis has won 2 races. So it's all happening.
Okay.
Mercedes has won, Ferrari has won, McLaren has won.
Wow.
And Red Bull. So they've all four won races this year.
Is it possible that a team could like spend a whole bunch of their like budget cap up front and like make all these changes, have a super fast car, and then just not be able to do anything for the rest of the season because of those budget constraints?
That could be what happened with Red Bull as well. So
okay, that's what I'm wondering. Yeah. Okay. Huh. Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, that's my update. Interesting now.
Yeah. I have more F1 questions for you if you can believe it.
Oh. Okay. I did not anticipate this being a successful segment on the show.
I think that when you hear my questions, you'll understand why. So in our league, I should just call it your league at this point. In your league, Ian, I can see you go over to your computer screen. Are you pulling up the standings?
I will do that right now. I'm still not doing great.
I want to know if and how your father is beating you, and if and how your son Nico is beating you.
Oh, that's a great question. I am looking it up now. I am currently ranked 15th out of 23.
Okay.
In our league. I am beating Nico by a little bit. He's in 20th place.
Has he done any modifications to his lineup since the beginning of the season?
He's done more. He's made predictions every race, but he has not changed his lineup.
Okay.
And I haven't really either. I've kind of kept the same lineup, which I should probably change.
I was going to say.
My dad has been doing amazing this year.
Okay.
He's third in our league.
Oh, wow.
And our league is like real competitive.
Okay.
Like we have a really hard league, to be honest. We have some people who are doing amazing. I think my dad was like, at one point, like in the low hundreds ranked in the world or something.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. How do we do this? Yeah. Nico beat me this last race. Nico got 8th. I got 12th.
Okay.
And my dad got 3rd.
Okay. Okay.
This last race.
Now, was it last season or the season before that our friend Jesse actually got like the #1 rank in the world in a race?
I think it was last season.
Yeah, like she got #1 in the world on a race.
Yep.
Yeah. Are you changing your lineup now? Ian's new.
No. I was trying to see the league versus league where we are.
Oh, okay. Overall standings.
Yeah, we're the 16th ranked league on the whole site.
Whoa. Okay. Does it say how many leagues?
It just shows the top 100.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, that's amazing.
So, yeah, we have like a legit league. I mean, I've been dragging us down.
I was going to say, you have some freaking work to do, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we only have 22 people in the league. The top ranked league, I'm not sure how many people they have in it, but yeah, I mean, we're doing great.
And has your father let you live any of this down?
Oh no, he tells me about it every chance he gets. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. It's not been whatever. It's fine. It's fine. I'm better at him than something, I'm sure. It's okay.
You're not going to be thinking about this like an hour from now, 2 hours from now. Yeah.
Moving on, Dave.
Okay. Well, congratulations, Ian. You've done great managing the league and assembling a ragtag bunch of people to punch way above their weight. So well done.
Yeah.
Nice. I'm proud of you. I mean, I'm proud of other people on the team, but also you.
Well, yeah, you shouldn't be that proud of me because I'm not doing it very well.
Okay. Well, like we do at the beginning of Formula Effington 1 season, if you want to play fantasy F1 with Ian and his like 3 generations of Ian, you can. And we'll put the league code up at the beginning of the season. Yeah,
we play on fantasygp.com. So
fantasygp.com. Yeah. Okay. All right. So what else we got today, Captain?
It looks like we got up the pets and cars.
Speaking of our friend Jessie, she sent this in, which explains a lot, Ian. It explains a lot. Let me go to the pets and cars folder. I call it pets and cars OMG. As you can imagine. Ian, I'd like to present to you why I still am finding dog hair in the Fiat 500 Abarth. This is 2 50-pound dogs in the back, Ian, of the Fiat 500.
Amazing.
Yeah. This is Chevy's dog here, and I think Jesse's previous dog. Ian. Here's a better. Yeah, there you go. Not a lot of room. Look at the seats, Ian. Yes. Yeah. Yes, I'm so like the felty kind of like material that the Fiat uses for like the window, like the gaskets or the grommets, like where it's kind of like a felty thing. I cannot get the dog hair out of there. So I am carrying pieces of these dogs with me today. They went to Costco with me, Ian. Yeah.
Always. It's very cute.
Yeah.
They need that super wide angle lens that all the Airbnb people use for their listings.
Yes, it's a shoebox, but it looks like a mansion.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So thank you, Jesse, for sending in the reason as to why I'm still finding dog hair in the Fiat. And I'm okay with it because those dogs are adorable. So yeah, I'm perfectly fine with it. Yeah. So thank you. Okay. So that's pets and cars.
There's something on here that says Dave draw car.
Yes. As a reminder.
Are we about to say Pictionary?
Yeah. Yes. As a reminder, just if you have pictures of your pets in your car, send them to us because we'll put them on the show instantly. I want all the pets and cars pictures. So send them. Okay. 720-515-1391. Text them on over. Yeah.
I like it. Okay.
Yes. But Ian, I did do draw car, Ian.
Okay.
So for the Lemons team, I did like an illustration mock-up of the car. I made some graphics. I'm waiting on our buddies over at Rockin' Monkey to finish producing the stickers. I made some large vinyl decals. And I saw on somebody else's live stream that they were doing, they had a little like illustration of their car and the car number amongst like all the stats and stuff. And I thought that was a cool thing to do to let people know what your car looks like from the outside. Right?
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Yeah. So Ian, I drew up a little the car, and let me see, where the hell did I put it, Ian? I had the file right here. Oh yeah, that's right. I was making sure a ping file would show up. Damn it. Stall for time, Ian. Stall for time. Here it is. Oh, gotcha. Geez. Okay, here it is. There you go. There's the car.
Oh my God, it looks great.
Thank you.
Oh, you even got your center caps on there.
Yes, I made some little center caps that I'll be able to show you on the next show, like the actual physical thing.
Oh, nice.
I forgot.
You showed us the mock-up last week.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yes. Yeah. So I just need to get the photos from Walgreens and paste them into the center caps.
It looks so good. It really does. It looks amazing.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm so excited to see it.
This right here is basically ADHD meds kicking in and me being peak caffeine over the weekend and treating the Chevy HHR technical illustration like an adult coloring book. And so that was very fun for me to do. Yeah.
Amazing. I'm very, very psyched about you guys' theme and like the graphics and the whole look of this thing.
Thanks, buddy. Thanks. Yeah, Cowabunga Motor Club. So
that's really cool.
If anybody's going to be out at the Lemons race, or if anybody wants a Cowabunga Motor Club sticker, Mark, I should have some in hand, like at the next autocross events and stuff like that. So find me and I'll give you a Cowabunga Motor Club sticker.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So there you go. Right?
Very cool.
Yeah. Dave draw a car.
I have a My Eyes that I forgot to share from a few weeks ago, actually.
Okay.
I talked about, we drove through New Mexico.
Yes.
A few weeks ago.
On your way to the Middle East.
I'm away to go break the pottery. And one of my favorite cars of all time in the parking lot of the breakfast place we stopped at on the way up to Denver. Oh. Yeah, and I like stopped and take pictures of it, and even Jenny was like, "Ooh, even I can tell that's a like gorgeous, gorgeous car." It's the sedan version of my very favorite car of all time. It's an Alfa Romeo Giulia Super.
Okay. I don't know if I know what the difference is between a Giulia and a Giulia Super. Is it 4 doors? Yeah,
you'll see. It's like boxier a little bit, but it's still just unbelievably gorgeous.
Okay. All right, here we go. Oh, look at that little buddy.
It's so pretty.
It's really is pretty. It's very stately. It's very like almost like a tiny little baby Rolls Royce.
Yeah. But it's tiny. I mean, it's small.
Yeah. There's like a Jeep next to it, a Jeep Cherokee, and it is dwarfed by it.
It's not even a Grand Cherokee. It's just a regular Cherokee, and it's huge. Yeah.
Wow. Look how clean that is, Ian.
I know. Oh, it was gorgeous. I was like drooling over it.
The paint looks immaculate.
And it's in that like super dark blue. over like a tan interior, which is like the perfect spec.
Yeah.
Oh my God. It's so great.
Wow. Look at that.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. I love it so much. I want one so bad.
It's really interesting because like when I think Italian, I think like curves and very like tons of like delicate arches and not necessarily something like, I mean, like obviously like modern Lamborghinis are all like so jagged and all that stuff, but like typically like you associate like classic Italian cars with like very like graceful arcing lines, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is very boxy and still like incredibly beautiful.
Yeah, it's almost, but yeah, it's like the Italians, they just can't help themselves, right? Like the assignment was make a 3-box sedan. And like, go back to that rear view.
Sure.
Like, look at that rear glass.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
how expensive was that to make? You know?
Right. It wraps around more than the windshield.
Yeah. You know, and I mean, and just all these like weird, funky lines and stuff. Like, it's just so pretty.
Yeah.
And just perfect, you know?
I love the way the angle of the exhaust coming out of the back.
Mm-hmm.
Like very like purposeful, like 45 degrees from kind of the center of the car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever. It's perfect. Don't you dare find fault.
No, I'm saying I'm here for it. I'm here for it all. Right.
Yeah.
As the owner of an Italian-ish car. Right.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Yeah, no, that's an amazing car. I honestly don't know if I've ever seen one. Yeah.
Yeah. I've only seen a few of them. The 4-doors. I've seen the regular like GTVs or whatever, but
yeah.
Man, so pretty.
And it's being driven. It is being driven.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That's really cool. Amazing. Yeah. Yeah. Super dark blue is an underrated color, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And Alfa Romeo has a really good one, like a really dark blue.
Yeah. That stock Giulia we drove, the base Giulia was in a very dark blue, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, I mean, that's what my dad's Giulia is in as well.
That's right.
So like a dark blue.
Yeah. Yeah. Man, these Italians.
Yeah. They got at least a few things figured out, and they got strategy figured out this weekend. So, no, batting 1,000.
Yeah, they haven't broken any ancient pottery lately. Yeah.
No.
Okay. Nice. That's really cool, man. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Nice. I had the inverse of that of my eyes today. I didn't even take a picture because I saw my very first political bumper sticker for this specific race. I saw my first RFK Jr. 2024 bumper sticker at Costco today.
Yeah. Yeah, they're out there.
Oh, they are. They are.
Yeah. He's not anymore, but they're out there. Yeah.
So anyway, but yes. Yeah, that's amazing, Ian. I love that.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay.
Would you like a license plate game?
I would very much like a license plate game. Yes.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Well, I have one for you. This one is called I Am Wearing a Tutu.
Oh, okay. All right. And I see that in the file name, you've spelled it TOTWO.
I'm not so good at spelling. Words are hard.
Honestly, I don't know how to spell tutu. So, you know.
It's TUTU.
Okay. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah. Okay.
And I'm wearing one. That's how I know.
Okay. And that's fine. I'm good with that. Yeah. I mean, is it freeing? Is it airy? Like, do you find it liberating?
I didn't say I was wearing only a tutu.
Well, I mean, so we're going layers now?
Oh, you're going to layer it up.
This is
layer
summer, Ian.
I actually wear them under my jeans. I wear my tutu under my jeans.
Okay. Well, I saw you in shorts this weekend, and I didn't see any tutu poking out.
You don't besmirch me on the podcast. Don't lie to the people.
You were wearing shorts, Ian.
I was wearing jorts.
You were wearing jorts. You had your hipster jorts on, and you rode your single speed bike somewhere.
I did. That's exactly what happened.
You did, and that's okay. I love you, buddy. I love you.
Sometimes you got to live your stereotypes, you know?
Hey, that's all right. That's
leaving a trail of like record store receipts and gray hair behind me.
Yep.
Like being hipster that I am.
Yep.
Puffing and puffing up the hills on my single speed.
Attempted world championship AeroPress recipes behind you.
Right. Yeah. Yep.
Nice. Okay. All right. So I am wearing a tutu. Here we go. Okay. All right. I see. I'm picking up a theme here. So up top, we have a white GMC Yukon Denali. Fairly new one, right?
Yep.
Okay. Then we have a Chrysler Pacifica in blue, kind of middle of the road blue in the middle there. And then we got a big Ford Super Duty. Okay.
Tremor package.
The Tremor package. Okay. I know someone that has a Tremor package Ford. Huh. Okay.
We're gonna blow by Tremor package.
Tremor.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We'll move on. We don't need it.
I'm not cutting that out of the show.
Classy.
Well, I mean, one of the plates rhymes with that. It's too sassy. I'm too sassy. Okay. Then we have two blue, TOO blue, as in, is that also blue? Yeah.
What do you mean? What?
TOO? TOO can mean also, right? Oh, yep. Like, I like that too.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
But it also mean too much. Too much would be
excessive.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. And then too sick. Oh, I'm too sick, dude. Yeah.
What are you too sick to do?
Too sick to get a better vanity plate. I feel okay. So these are the plates. The number 2 sick, TOO blue, and TO sassy. Too sassy. Okay. But then they used the wrong 2 for the too sassy, right? Okay. Unless it's toss assy.
Maybe that's where they're headed. Maybe they're headed to sassy.
Maybe they are. Maybe they're heading in directions to sassy, or it's the terms of service for the assy. I gotta click through these again.
The assy terms of service are wild. Yeah.
Yep. Okay. So here's the thing I'm not understanding. Ian, too sick makes me think of like a Dodge, like a Scat Pack Challenger or Charger with like the scar, scratch decal on the front, lens. Too sick, Yeah. Yeah. And none of these cars are that, Ian. None of these cars are that.
Yeah.
The closest that I can think of is that the too sick would be on the Tremor Ford. Because I think like if we look at Yukon Denali energy, Pacifica energy, and Tremor energy, like too sick kind of like seems like the most likely landing place for like the Tremor, which I don't really like.
Okay.
But that's my kind of reasoning there. I'm going to put that there. And I haven't even done really any zoomies and enhancies. So let's go ahead.
You haven't. You've done 0 zoomies and enhancies.
We got some crazy too sick tint on the Denali. That thing is limo dark. Okay. All right. It's the hybrid Pacifica. Nothing really else to go on. And then the Tremor that, is just very off-roady ready.
It's got a big tow bar on it.
Yeah, it does. It does. So it's capable, but I don't know. That's where I feel like too sick needs to land, Okay. And then for too blue, I mean the Pacifica, I guess, because it's the only other blue car here. And too sassy on the Yukon. I'm kind of feeling that.
Yeah? You think sassy people would gravitate to a Yukon?
I think so.
What's the sassiest car?
The sassiest car?
Like, what is a sassy person cross-shopping?
It is a completely sassy car is a Mercedes-Benz GLA with like a straight up bedazzled license plate.
Yep.
Right. Yep. Yeah. I think that's a sassy car. Like I like I'm fine with the GLA, like, but I think that just has like, that speaks sass to me. What about you?
I think you're right. I think you're right. And I'm basing that like an entry level Mercedes to me says sassy solely because of Parks and Rec.
Right. Yes.
And
yes.
Retta. Retta's character.
Yes. Retta. Yes.
Being doing the treat yourself, and she always had that like Mercedes C-Class, which I thought was just perfect.
Perfect car casting. Yes.
Yes. I do want to say, I do think, I'm not sure if I'm right in this or not, but I do think it didn't come through in the picture, but that is a sparkly license plate frame on the Yukon.
On the Yukon. Okay.
It is sparkly.
Thank you for the clarification, for the evidence that furthers my decision, Ian.
Yeah.
I think sparkles and sass go hand in hand.
It's true. It's true.
We say it all the time on this show, everyone. We've said it for 9 years.
Famous saying. Sparkles and sass go hand in hand.
Rod Howard's voice. They've never said it before. Yeah. So I'm going too sassy. I'm going too blue, and I'm going too sick on the truck.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. All right.
Yeah.
Well, let's see how you did.
I'm venturing in to the Dave Don't Look folder, and it's just full of you in a tutu.
Yeah, don't look.
Okay, here we go. Oh, too sassy, too blue.
You are correct.
Too sick. Thank you.
I was really hoping, I did think this one might be too easy, but then I thought, well, maybe he'll talk himself out of it.
Right. Then I'd noodle. Mm-hmm. You're the resident noodler on the show.
I know.
Yeah. But not to say I haven't done it, but yes. I appreciate it, Ian. That's a wonderful license plate game.
Thank you.
Yes. Would you remove your headphones for a second? Because I need to put the call out for an additional plate that I need. Okay. So take your headphones.
What are you going to do? What's the signal? What's the signal to let me know that
I'll wave my hands like this. Okay.
Okay. All right. Ready?
Okay. Listeners, please. I can't believe that I'm even asking this, but I need another plate that somehow references P, like either urine or P. PEE, PEA, anything with the letter P like that, please send it to me because I have a very gross license plate game I'm cooking up. Thank you. Arm waving. Okay. There you go. Thank you.
All right.
I have two of a thing and I really, really need a third. And so I'm putting the call out. 720-515-1391. Text me a plate that I just asked you about a second ago, please.
Okay.
Please. Listeners are going to know why that's please.
Okay. Well, I don't. I have no idea. And I never will because I don't listen to this show.
Nor should you. Okay, Ian. Yes.
I think we pretty much did a car show.
I think we did, Ian. We did talk about cars. Your children broke things. We know why there's still dog hair in my car.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay. And you learned a little bit more about current F1 season.
I did, and I'm a little intrigued. Intrigued enough to watch a race? No. Maybe intrigued enough to watch some goofballs YouTube highlights. We'll see.
See, now we're talking.
We'll see.
Would you like an album of the week before we go?
Absolutely, yes. So your album of the week last week was very post-punky. What was it? Do you remember? No? It was...
I do. It was Fontaine's DC.
Yes, I listened to some of that and I enjoyed it.
Good. Yeah,
yes.
That's a really good record. This one, I have only made it halfway through, but I'm liking what I've heard so far. And I was curious about your thoughts on this band and this person's long career and his kind of place in pop culture now, which is there's a new Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds record out. Nick Cave, beloved institution of indie rock.
Yes.
The album's called Well God. I'm liking what I hear so far. I don't always like Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds. I don't like Birthday Party. Birthday Party is too intense for me. And Nick Cave and Bad Seeds and Grinder Man and all of that stuff, very hit and miss with me. Some stuff I love, some stuff I don't. So I was curious what your thoughts were on Nick Cave.
Complete blind spot. I have never listened to any Nick Cave ever.
Interesting. Okay. There's definitely some stuff that I think you would like.
Probably, right?
Yeah.
Like, what do you think are the adjacent things that you know that I like that are near Nick Cave?
Well, because he does some stuff that's more like retro sounding, so you could kind of back into it through the like, what's the guy's name? Or like almost like a Sharon Jones angle, which sounds weird because it's not that genre, but like sort of that like retro future sort of.
Are you thinking of John Spencer?
No. No, but like because he does like straight ahead stuff. But John Spencer's another good kind of corollary too for a lot of stuff that he does.
Okay.
So yeah, I assumed that you were a Nick Cave fan because it seems like you would like a lot
on
of
paper
stuff.
It seems like I should be, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think Birthday Party was pretty intense punk, and like kind of gothy punk that I wasn't super. I never super got into, but a lot of the Nick Cave and Bad Seed stuff is fantastic.
Okay.
So yeah, maybe you should check out the new one first.
Yeah, I will. Wild God. Yeah, links to Apple Music and Spotify and Nick Cave's website will be in the YouTube description.
And also his newsletter and his writing outside of music is fantastic. And he writes a lot about grief and all that because he's experienced a lot of it in the last 10 years or so. So he's a interesting dude.
Yes. Very, very has incredible ways to talk about grief. I have read some of his things that he's discussed when it comes to grief and like the loss of, it was his son, right? The loss of his son. And it's really like reading some of his things that he's written about that have been very, very helpful to me in the past. Yeah. I can absolutely say that. And honestly, that's really my only kind of experience with Nick Cave is kind of the things that he's written around that, you know? Yeah. I remember finding something, I don't know, maybe a year or two after my dad passed that I think a lot of folks, circulate like his stuff on social media because it is really helpful and resonant. And one of those had just like happened into my feed. And I'm not somebody who like kind of seeks that kind of stuff out on social media. It's really more of like, I need puppies and kittens to feel good,
Yeah, right.
Right. And something like that had broken through, and it landed at the right time and I really appreciated it. Yeah, for sure.
Nice.
Yeah.
Anyway, check this one out. And I'm curious to hear what you think. And, if you end up going down Nick Cave rabbit hole, I'm definitely curious about that because I think you would like it.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah. I'll check it out. Did you order the limited edition colored vinyl, the color vinyl?
I did not. I am on a record buying moratorium right now. And that's going pretty well. I've only had one record show up at the house. So yeah.
You mean, well, what about the one that showed up at my house? Is that what you're referring to?
Honestly, forgot about that. But yes, you're right. There is that one too. I don't remember what it was.
It's just right over there. It's behind Fortet's Mad Villain.
I really haven't. I've been so good. You
have.
I only shipped one to your house. Let the record state.
Yes. You did.
I only one.
Yes.
That whole summer, I was like, Dave's going to be where I ship records. And that was the only one. The one that showed up at the house recently. I had ordered in December.
Okay. Yeah.
November or December, and it was like delayed or whatever.
Sure.
But yeah. Anyway. Cool. forgot it existed, to be honest.
You know, I think that we've all done that. Like, how many times have you bought a thing that you've already had? You know, whether it's a tool, whether it's a part, stuff like that.
Yep.
Everybody,
I think we done did a car show. Send Dave that license plate that he was begging you guys for that I didn't hear. 720-515-1391. Apex Adjacent, everywhere else. Everyone, we love you. Thank you. Goodbye.